So did you guys see that Nice Guys trailer? You probably saw the movie. If you saw the trailer, you kind of know what the movie's all about, is what I'm saying. Shane Black directs The Nice Guys. Shane Black is the writer of many good films: Lethal Weapon 2, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. He directed and wrote Iron Man 3, the very divisive Iron Man 3, with his twist Mandarin. Spoiler warning, I guess, for Iron Man 3. And now he has written and directed The Nice Guys. The Nice Guys stars Ryan Gosling playing Holland March and Russell Crowe playing Jackson Healy. March is a private investigator. Healy is what you would call a muscle man, a guy that if you would like somebody to do something, or if you would like to persuade somebody to stop doing something, you hire this shady gentleman here, this one right here. He comes to your door and he does mean things to you to get you to do the thing that somebody else wants you to do or not do. Ryan Gosling's character, Holland March, is a private investigator. The two of them get tied up in a search for a particular girl named Amelia. Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe, great chemistry in this movie. Really great chemistry, and I noticed that all throughout the promotional campaign of this film, and that dynamic between the two characters played out very consistently and very nicely throughout the film, and also the film sort of hangs on that. There's really not a lot of depth to this movie. Mostly you're going to this film to enjoy these two characters batting off of one another. It felt very natural. It felt very improvised. A lot of the stuff felt like, oh, this is probably a take that they sort of let Ryan and let Russell go on a little jag, see where it took them, maybe we'll cut it together in post. It did not overly seem that way, kind of in the way that sometimes a Jonah Hill type movie, they just do 9, 12, 14 takes, and I guess we'll just sort of piece it together. This movie felt very natural. The dialogue, the writing, it all felt very natural. There was really, really wonderful moments between Ryan Gosling, between Russell Crowe. It's one of those comedy action films where everything is kept very light. A lot of the deaths that occur, a lot of the serious, otherwise very serious moments in real life, everything is kept very, very light, very inconsequential. You're mostly there to enjoy. It's a character-driven film. The personalities are what's there to drive this story. The film may have suffered a bit from an overly complex plot and an overabundance of characters. It may have gotten bogged down a little bit in the intricacies of this plot. It starts off very simple. These two characters are after a third character that sort of serves as the MacGuffin that they're chasing. That sort of changes, and there's also this thing about a mistaken identity that gets thrown in. Multiple villains are sort of introduced. There is I'm trying not to spoil anything for you guys, but there's sort of like a third element that they end up chasing, and then there's this environmental element that gets tossed in as well. So there's a lot of moving pieces to the plot. I think possibly something simpler might have worked a bit better, considering, like I said, you're pretty much there to watch these two characters sort of bounce off of one another and have fun. Maybe a little bit of consolidation could have helped the film overall. There was a lot of great visual humor in this film. They placed the film in the 1970s, and that sort of added to the vibe, the tone of the movie. It sort of lent itself, put it against this backdrop of the 1970s Los Angeles, and that added to it. There was a lot of great visual chuckles, like visual gags, moments that you go, oh, like a lot of the times in action movies, or even movies that try to be like comedy and action together, usually when it comes time for the comedic characters, the seemingly outmatched, outnumbered, whatever characters, when it comes time for them to be action heroes, they miraculously are action heroes. And this movie sort of played up the fact that like, no, these guys don't know what they do not know what they're doing. And that was very, very well illustrated, not just through the way that they talked and the writing, although the writing I thought was very good. A lot of it was played in the visuals, and there was a lot of like interesting moments, interesting choreography. There we go. I thought it worked well. I thought that the choreography of the visual gags, they worked very well for this movie. It's one of those films. It is a light-hearted slapstick comedy action film that relies mainly on characters for a really good time. And it is a really good time. It is a fun time at the movies. I would say you can go. You could also wait and see it on Netflix or Redbox or whatever your preference is. I'm not sure that the big screen is essential, but I think that if you like the director, if you like the actors, if you're interested at all in the film, then I would say buy the ticket, go support the film, support the actor, support the director. So guys, The Nice Guys, did you see the film? Let me know what you thought in the comments. And if you like this video and you want to see any more of my ramblings about movies, you can always click right there to subscribe. I liked it.
Way to punch that one. I liked it.
I'm catching shade.
I love you.
In the studio. I love you too.
We don't have any bloopers.
And it's a simple yay. We have bloopers. You threw shade at me.
Aw. You're shade.
Did you cut the audio?
Nope.
Oh. We're still rolling?
Until it cuts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Didn't we restart?